So what's going on, guys? How are you all doing today? It's a beautiful day in Georgetown, Guyana. As you can see, it's sunny, and I am doing a road video today. This is what it looks like at the harbor bridge, the Demerara harbor bridge. I'm going over that bridge today, and I'm heading down to the west coast of Demerara, and I'm gonna bring you some scenes from the west side. I know I've done Georgetown, I've done East Bank, parts of East Coast, but today I'm doing parts of the west side. So I have the love of my life here with me, my wife, Miss Lynch, who is my co-pilot, and we are approaching the harbor bridge. So here we're approaching the harbor bridge. So you have to pay a couple of bucks here. Next closure is 2:30 today. Do you have money, darling, so we can pay to cross this bridge?
Yeah.
Can I have some money, please? Got my change here. You paid like $1 US to cross this bridge. Yeah, that's a toll you have to pay, which is not, that bad. The Barbees Bridge, I know you have to pay about $10 to cross. But this one is owned by the government of Guyana, or the people of Guyana, so it's a bit cheaper. So this is the Demerara Harbor Bridge here. Recently we had a little incident where a pontoon, crashed into the bridge, and it was inactive for 2 days, undergoing repairs. So this is the Demerara River. The harbor bridge spans from the east bank over to the west bank. That's the back of Georgetown there. This is the part of the bridge that retracts. This is a beautiful country, with a lot of vegetation. That is why our air and the atmosphere is so awesome here. You couldn't breathe fresher air than this, than what we have in Guyana here. I've traveled to many countries, and this country has the best air. No pollution whatsoever. So this is the end of the Demerara Harbor Bridge. I'm now making my way onto the west bank. So if I make a left, I'm heading over to Canal and Wales. And as I make a right, I will be making a right today. That's going to take me over to Vreed-en-Hoop and to the west coast, all the way to Puerto Rico. The third ambulance for the day I've seen has its siren on. I wonder what's going on. There's a lot of emergencies today. So this right here, it's on the west bank. I think this village is Atencio. I'm not too familiar with the names of all the villages on the west bank because, of course, I live in Georgetown, and I used to live on the east coast. And I know some of the village on the east bank as well. But when it comes to the west bank and west coast, I don't know all the names of the villages. And I don't see any signs on the corner of the road that tells you the village. I think this is Good Fortune right here, not Potential. This is Good Fortune, sorry. As a boy, back in the 90s, early 90s, I used to work outdoor sales. I was an outdoor sales representative. And then I started doing mechanic and welding and stuff in the late 90s. I did a lot of odd jobs in my country. just to make ends meet. And that's what you gotta do, y'all. Once you get a paycheck, you should be thankful. There's a lot of people who don't have jobs, and there are a lot of people who want the right job. Now, take whatever job is available until you get the perfect job. Sometimes we are stuck doing things the same way because we are afraid to try new things. This village is Malgré-Tout. That's what's on a signboard there. But it seems as though now I'm seeing signs on the roadways. There's another one here that says Port Drying. So clean Port Drying. So I'm entering Port Drying right now as I make my way to the west coast. This is Plantain Walk. The other village now is Plantain Walk. I know in Georgia we have Orange Walk, that's in Bordeaux. But here you have a village by the name Plantain Walk. So this right here, guys, is the Vreed-en-Hoop Junction. It's like a little busy town area. It's not a town, but it's, you know, like somewhat. Hopefully someday they're gonna convert this area as a town. So it's kind of busy. A lot of businesses are here. On my right there is the road that leads you to the Vreed-en-Hoop ferry Stelling. Okay, that there takes you to the Vreed-en-Hoop ferry Stelling, and on to my left, it's the best road. So this is the best road on the west coast. So west coast officially starts here, and this area here has a lot of businesses as well. So they should convert this as a town. On the left at the back there, it's the best hospital. On the right, sorry, is the best hospital. Yeah, as I was saying, they should convert this area as a town. I mean, it has a lot of businesses, it has a hospital, it has schools, market, so many things. So, you know, why travel to Georgetown when you can make this area a town and, you know, avoid the congestion in Georgetown? People can get their businesses done right here. So you got some really huge buildings over there. You know, Guyana is getting better, man. We're on the verge of rising. A lot of new construction, a lot of big houses. You know, things are getting better. So this is the end of Best Road. We're now approaching, I think, I don't know if it's Blegasite or I don't remember the name of this village. Hopefully I can see the name somewhere. I can show you. Oh no, Rumzek. I think it's Rumzek. I don't remember. Or Roadside. They don't have much signs on the roadside. This is something they need to do. I know the East Coast have a lot of signs where the village starts from. Oh guys, that's rice on my left there. There's a rice plant. You know, Guyana is a country that produces rice and sugar and more other things, but one of our main produce is rice, and that is rice. This is ripe, or this is ready to harvest. See, it's kind of golden color, golden brown color. Those are ready to harvest, but the greener ones, like in the back, it's not ready. Maybe another month or so that's gonna be ready. So this is what rice looks like, y'all. You know, as I'm so close to the road, I can give you a little look of what actually, how rice is grown. So here I am. So this is actually a rice plant, like paddy. This is how it's grown in the field. All right. So after it's ripe, when the it becomes golden brown, then they harvest it with combines. And then this goes to the rice mill where they shell it and it becomes rice. And that's what we eat for food. That's it, y'all. That's just a little intro on rice. You know, in some countries, look on my right here. These people are living right on the Atlantic Ocean, overlooking the Atlantic Oceans. Properties overlooking the Atlantic Ocean in some countries are so expensive and are so hard to get. And look how much we have here. On my left there, the green building, that's a rice mill. That's where all these paddies gonna go later on. And they're gonna mill them and they're gonna become rice to sell on the market. So on the west coast is mainly rice farming. On the east coast is a lot of cane farming, cane cutting, and cash crops like balange, bora, cabbage. And on the west side here, even Essequibo, rice is the main produce here. So all the lands at the back are cultivated with rice. I don't think any sugarcane is planted on the west coast. So we got the police on the road, watching out for the guys who speed. Look, on my right here is the crematorial site where you burn the dead. And also on my left here now, you can see a huge statue of the Indian god Hanuman, one of the Hindu gods, Bajranga Bali. So look at all the wood. It's decked out that you can see at the crematorial site. That's how you burn people. They pack all those wood there. You pack all those wood and then you put the body in the coffin onto that wood and you light it the fire and it burns to ashes. I know in developed countries you don't do this, but I hope one day they can remove that system and implement the furnace system. We have one place in Georgetown that offers the furnace, but not everybody can afford to pay the bills for the furnace. So people still go with the traditional way where you have a lot of wood and you burn the dead. So I'm approaching Windsor Forest. I've known this area because I have a relative that lives here. On the left here there was a place called Silver Sand. Okay, it was a restaurant and bar. I think the same is all right here. This building here used to be Silver Sand, but it's all closed down now. Some of you might know that who belongs to this area. On my right here is where you can get fresh caught fish, gilbaco and bangomiri and all other fish. So I think these boys may have some fish here. Let me just have a look what they have here today. This is where you can come and get fresh stuff, y'all. Now look at all these fish there. These are caught this morning today. Look at these gilbacas and stuff that they have there. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah, that's the recording. How much these fish like for price? These are caught with line, right? With hook and thing. Yeah. I done a YouTube video, so
No problem.
yeah. So like what's the price for that one there?
This one here?
Yeah.
This one is 32,000.
32,000. That's about 160 US, right? And the smaller one, this one here,
This one here is 24,000.
24. That's $120 US, and
This
these
one is 8,000.
$8,040, and that's $20. So once you come here, you have bargain. This man is selling his fish to accommodate everybody. You have from $20, $40. That one is $120 and $160. Price to for you. You couldn't get fresher than this because these fish might be alive still. That one is still alive, right?
This one's still alive.
This one is still alive. Look, he's moving. You see that? he's still alive. He or she is still alive. So couldn't get fresher than this. Man, I'm gonna come back. I'm heading down to the west side, and when I pass back, I'm gonna get a fish, alright?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, buddy. Take care, man. Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah. So here. So guys, we're still on the west side. And what I noticed is a lot of police on the roadways coming down from Georgetown all the way on the west side. Doing a job, trying to catch those drivers who speed, you know. And if you go over 80 kilometers, then you get charged because you can only drive up to 80 kilometers here. Some parts you can drive up to 50 kilometers to the hour. So I'm approaching Denham still, as you can see on the signboard here. Horse-drawn cart. That doesn't mean a mode of transport. You know, these guys aren't living from those carts. Now see how dangerous that is? This woman is crossing the road, cars coming. We need to make more overpass. Come on, government, make some overpass on the west coast so people can cross the road safely. So this right here is a Hindu school. SVN. Yes, Saraswati Vidya Nikitan. It's a Hindu school. But all religions are welcome here. But they practice mainly Hinduism. There's one more like this on the East Coast, Coven John. So this is this Anna Katrina? I think. Look at that huge house there. So we're still in Anna Katrina, and coming up on the right hand side, it's the field and track event sports complex here. This is beautiful. Okay, this is where all our field and track events goes on. Is sort of a facility that takes care of that. So we're approaching the village of Lenora right now. Guyana is such a beautiful country. It's so diverse. You know, officially we have 6 races, but now we have a 7th one, which is a mixture of races, and that race is growing. All right, significantly it's growing. what I love about these communities, back in the days, you know, you could have identify a community, whether or not the people are what race they are, based on the community. But now the communities are integrating as well. There are a lot of mixture of people living in every community, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing is happening for Guyana, because we are a multicultural society. So we need to integrate. There are still villages that are predominantly one race, but yes, over time that's gonna change. This right here is Iflot. This is the village that has a really hard spelling. I remember back in primary school, I really had a challenge spelling the word Iflot. It's spelled Uitvlugt for Iflot. So on my left here is the Iflot Sugar Estate. At the back there, you can see those chimneys. I think that estate is still operational. It's one of the estates that are operational. You know, many estates have closed down, but this is one on the west side that is still operational. To the length and breadth of Guyana you drive, you will see little stands on the roadside. That's how some people make a living, or how those people make a living. So this is Zeeborg, y'all. A little busy area, and then you have the William coming up next. So we have Guy America store on the right there. It's a big, huge furniture store, household items. Now, all these turns needs to be straightened, because look at this. If somebody come with a crazy speed and they drive off this road, is right into somebody's house. They need to fix these roads, straighten these roads, man. I remember you had a famous cone shop. In this village got a place. I have a relative that lives here in the William, and we used to come by the cone shop back in the 90s. And now we have Metamir Zorg. These villages have a lot of history to them, you know. We used to got a cinema here in Metamir Zorg. I think that's no longer there, it's torn down. I can't remember the name, but I know there was a cinema by passing, because I'm from Essequibo. Every time you pass from Essequibo to go to Georgetown, you know, you see a few landmarks. There's a cinema there. Look at the building on my right there. It says Astro or maybe it's Astro. I see ASTR and maybe it's an O at the end. It's Astro, I guess. So this used to be how people used to have fun back in the days. When you come to the cinema, you watch a movie. Now everybody have internet and everybody have television. Now you have everything on your smartphone. Everything is on YouTube now. So you know, times are changing. So I'm gonna video up to the end of West Coast, because after that it's gonna be the continuation. It's gonna be East Bank Essequibo. So I'm doing West Coast today. Another day I'm gonna do East Bank Essequibo and Perica, and then I'm gonna go over to Essequibo. So this right here, we are approaching the bridge ahead of me. That's where the end of West Coast and the beginning of the East Bank of Essequibo. Okay, this right here, as you can see, the little track there on the left, that used to be the train track. Yes, Guyana had train back in the days. So this right here, I'm entering into East Bank of Essequibo. So hey y'all, so there you've seen it. I've given you a tour from the Demerara Harbor Bridge on the West Bank onto the West Coast until we reach East Bank of Essequibo. Now on our way, we check out the gillbacker. So my wife and I are gonna go back. We're gonna buy one of those gillbackers, and we're gonna go home, and we're gonna be cooking fresh this afternoon. But I'm gonna do that in the next video. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day today, a good day. You know, hope you get things done that you plan to. You know, every morning you wake up, you have so many things to get done. So I hope you're getting things done. Things are going your way. and things are getting better for you. So guys, you know what to do. You've been watching YouTube a lot. Hit that like button if you like this video. Just give me a thumbs up, alright? For those of you, if you're looking at this channel for the first time, you may want to consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell because I have so much more videos to post for you. So you're going to be alerted when I post a video. I love you. Have a great evening. And from West Coast, we're gone.